How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at Nightwalkers, issue number 3, written by Cullen Bunn, a really great horror writer. And I will say that this series so far has really kept me engaged. It's a post-apocalyptic horror story, but it features vampires in a very strange and different way. And I won't spoil exactly what happens in this issue, but we are starting to talk more about vampires. You know, in the first 2 issues, I'm like, okay, I see the fangs on the cover, but I'm not 100% sure what's going on. And they do the prologue segment every issue. You know, they kind of open up with this prologue, and the creatures in there definitely seem more standard vampire, and you get characters talking, and they do reference these things. They only come out at night. They definitely remind me of something, but you really have to wonder what the heck happened that went from the prologue, where they all look like regular standard vampires, to the main series issue, where they all look like these weird messed up monsters. And that really does have me intrigued. You know, I love post-apocalyptic fiction, but most of that is either zombies or just humans fighting with each other. You know, Walking Dead or the Mad Max series. But we don't get enough vampire apocalypses, but also because they're non-standard vampire creatures, whatever they are, you really don't know exactly what's going on. And this issue continues to dole out just a little bit more of the rules and also pick off a ton of characters. And that is one thing, you know, after Walking Dead ended, I was kind of looking forward to a longer survival epic, which I know longer books a little bit harder for non-Big 2 publishers to do, but I am kind of thinking this might actually be a shorter story just because of the rate we're picking off characters. It really definitely feels like anyone could die at any minute, and the group gets dwindled down pretty small by this point. So I am wondering if we are shooting for that 4 to 6 issue run, which would kind of suck because it would be so short. And like I said, I would love to see the world of the story go on for a long, long time. But, you know, even if it is only 4 to 6 issues, it still really kept me very engaged. And when I saw this on the shelf, because, you know, I'm terrible at remembering what week everything comes out on, as I saw it on the shelf, and I was like, oh, hey, Nightwalkers, and that really is the thing, is my initial reaction when I see the book on the shelf, how surprised I find myself getting and happy. I'm like, oh, hey, new Nightwalkers, that's pretty cool. And this book really is building to be that fun survival horror that I really, really do like. So, yeah, I definitely would recommend this as always. If you guys want to see a little bit more of this book, I'm going to switch to the close-up camera. We'll take a little bit of a look at the release, a little bit of the story, a little bit of the art. I won't be doing any major spoilers, but if you guys want to take a little bit of a look inside, I'm going to go ahead and switch to the close-up camera. Alright, here we are inside the castle, taking a closer look at Nightwalkers, book number 3. This is from Source Point Press, and let me go ahead and take the book closer to the camera. Book number 3, rated mature. Yeah, definitely. There's lots and lots of vampire carnage in this book, and this definitely earns the mature rating there. I really do love this cover. We get one of the Nightwalkers with a big hole shot through its gut, and through the hole we can see our main character. I don't know. I really, really like it, especially with the simple color palette of just the red and the gray and no other colors. This is a pretty cool comic. Love the little signature there. Flip it to the inside, and we get the credit line, written by Cullen Bunn, art and covers by Joe Bocardo, and colors by Cullen Johnson. And again, really do love the nice muted but with heavy red color palette here. And without further ado, let's go ahead and take a bit of a look at the story. I'm going to try to be avoiding major spoilers, but if you guys do want to take a bit of a peek, we can go ahead and do a little bit of a look. Anyway, we get a nice blood red sky. I always gotta love red skies, even though you really don't see them that often in real life. I mean, ever since Batman the Animated Series, red skies have been the coolest thing. And then there's this character's reflection, and a bunch of rich people go to meet Valmont. They're naming this character, and they apparently, they're all rich, and they want to live forever, but they know they can't, and so being sort of inducted into the vampires is their way to do that. And I do like how they go, what are these homeless-looking people? Are they our food? And they make the point of, well, haven't they always been? And then we get to see all these vampires in the background. It's a pretty cool opening, and with shots like this, yeah, you know definitely that we are dealing with vampires here. But anyway, we cut back to the present, where our group is surrounded by the Nightwalkers. They seem a little more green this time around. I wonder if that was a change, or if that's me misremembering or something. But they are cool looking with that new light shade of green, and of course everyone's freaking out because they're surrounded, but they're going to try to make a path out of here, and we do get fun several shots of them shooting these things with bullets, and of course a few people aren't going to make it, but I'll try not to spoil any more than I have to. But we do get a new plot revelation. I love this panel. Someone gets taken out, but then another character gets bitten on the neck, and it looks like she's a goner, but her friend shoots the monster, so she lives with just a bite. But what do bites do in this weird, crazy, different vampire world? Well, we'll see what comes of her injury, but the few remaining people manage to clear a path and run away. So yeah, our group is quite dwindled, and these things really are relentless. They're going to try to seek some shelter in a church, but let's just say it's not going to be, you know, a perfect shelter by any means. And I do like we get a bit of a character moment with some of our survivors, where two of them start to talk about their parents. You know, one wonders, it's like, you know, I was so angry at them, and now they're dead. Can this all be real? Is the whole world gone? Is everybody's dead? And then one of them also talks about her kids. You know, it's like, I was in rehab, I wasn't there for them, and oh, it's not your fault, you know, you were trying to get better. And we do get, you know, a few good character beats with our remaining characters. You know, they are fleshed out, and they are people that have had lots of problems in their real life, and now the whole world has a huge problem, or at least we assume it's the whole world. But some good character beats, and like I said, I fast forward a lot through the comic because, you know, I want a lot of the deaths and stuff to surprise you, but like I said, even once they get to that church, not going to be the safest thing ever. And this comic really does end on a very memorable panel, and I'm like, oh, yeah, books rated mature, right? But overall, another issue that I really did enjoy. You know, like I said, ever since Walking Dead's over, I've been looking for a new, good post-apocalyptic comic. and this is a really good one. So yeah, definitely would recommend this book. I love a lot of Cullen Bunn's writing, and I really do love what he's doing here. And just a ton of fun to see this on the shelves, and I hope we get a lot more of this. But even if it is just a single plot arc, I still really do love what we have. So definitely would recommend this. Good, gory, post-apocalyptic fun. And to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. And to everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. This should be my Cullen Bunn playlist, where you can find my reviews for the first 2 issues of the series. You should also be able to find my reviews for other Cullen Bunn books like Harrow County, or one that I think is very underrated, The Unsound. I also have a review for Parasomnia in there, and the 2nd volume of Parasomnia also just came out recently, so I have to read that pretty quickly. So hopefully I can get to Parasomnia Volume 2 soon. Anyway, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.